What's happening? So we're gonna try a new program today. We're gonna get out of the all of the volume and try something different. We're gonna introduce the option for weights or a towel. And the cool thing about using a towel in some of these movements is we constantly get that pulling apart motion that what sometimes we do with the bands when we're doing warm-ups for push-ups or for pull-ups. So we're gonna try that today. Our first block will have 3 stations, one of which we'll have the option rather to treat it like a strength movement. So that would just be a squat. So if you have weight at home, this will be the area where we're trying to find intensity, meaning nervous system recruitment through heavy load. That's pretty much the only place we can get intensity is through heavy load. So we would hit our front rack heavy kettlebell or dumbbell or barbell, whatever it is that you have at home, squat. And we're just trying to keep a vertical torso. And you'll notice as Melissa goes down, she's keeping her feet straight, driving the knees out. Beauteous. I'm going to adjust the light here. Yes. So those will be by 8, and we're just trying to control that eccentric load just like she's doing and control our posture the whole time. So if you don't have weight, what we can do for this is just go for time under tension or a tempo. So we would go 3 seconds down for that specific muscle fiber that happens there, a little pause at the bottom, and then a power out. So we'll call that a 3-3-1. So 3 seconds down, 3-second hold, and explode out. So you can choose one of those squats. It's not both of them. You have either the heavy or the tempo for station 1. Station 2, either we have a kettlebell bent over row or we have we'll show you the option for a towel, which will be a little bit different. So most of you all have hit our standard bent over row. We'll hit that pull up and through and then that controlled release. And those will be by 8 per side. Spin around and give them a side profile, Melissa, so we can see how lined up her posture is. So you'll notice how she has this little bit of extension. Sorry, my pointer finger's off. A little bit of extension low back, which is what we're looking for. We want to avoid flexing. So those are by 8 per side, and she's rotating her trunk as well. If you don't have any weight, this is where we're going to mess around with the towel. So she's got my freshly wet towel from my shower this morning. So you can be a regular size bath towel. Actually, it probably works better that way. And what we're going to do is pull across the towel with a good amount of resistance. We're going to push all the way through and then let it come all the way back across our body. So this is more like a crossbody row, and you can add that rotation with the head here. This looks really easy, but I assure you it is not, especially if you're giving it hell with that resistance. We're trying to rip that towel the whole time. In fact, I've noticed it's kind of helping my rowing platform, this pulling and pushing and resisting out of both sides. So this recruits a lot of different musculature. So our station 2 is either a bent over row or a pull apart towel row. We'll just call it that. Our station 3 is a lateral squat. So you all have done a bunch of these. If you love them and you're good at them, you can add weight, or we can just go for a lateral squat. We'll stay static in this wide base. We're not going to do any stepping with this today. So we'll sink down 3, 2, 1, power through neutral, sink down 3, 2, 1, power through neutral, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We're sequenced now. You notice how she corrected her arms, that arm that's operating is in the open side. So we'll have those by 8 per side. Everything's 8s today. So we have our squat, heavy or tempo, by 8. We have our bent over row or towel pull apart with a rotation by 8 per side. And then we have 8 lat squats per side. We're going to hit that by 5 rounds. So we have 3 stations for 5 rounds with or without weight. Then we're going to hit a little AMAP set, as many as possible, as many rounds as possible for our conditioning, if you will. So we're going to grab the towel again. We're going to go to a standard. You may have seen people do barbell bent over rows. We may have even done those in the gym. So we're pulling the heck out of that towel and trying to rip it again. And we're going to pull through and up to the sternum and then push back away, back down. So maybe just a little quicker, Melissa. Yeah, just like so. We're going to hit those by 10. And she's trying to rip that towel the whole time. And our station 2 is going to be a 180 jump. So we've all done jumping, and we've talked over and over again about how the jumping needs to be have a heavy emphasis on landing. So we did these even last program rather. So we have those by 10 total. So we have 10 towel pull aparts, bent over rows, and then we have 10 180 jumps, and we're going to set the timer for 12 minutes. And do as many rounds as possible, AMAP, as many as possible. So, yeah, enjoy that. Let us know if you have any questions. This is a little different, so I'll put a description in the video so we can double up on making sure you know what to do. Yeah.